Finance Minister Arun Jaitley on Saturday asserted that in the 2019 Lok Sabha election, people will reaffirm their faith in the strong and tested leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that has delivered results. In an exclusive interview to Rajya Sabha television, Jaitley covered various topics and also outlined the blueprint for the economy if the BJP comes to power. You can watch the full interview on Rajya Sabha television at 10 p.m. tonight.
Achhe Din was one of your famous slogans of 2014.
Yeah.
Have the Achhe Din come? Because several members from the opposition believe to say that the Achhe Din never came.
You see, they increased taxes. We didn't increase a single tax, we reduced them. Isn't it a better day? We build 10,000 kilometers of national highway. Isn't it Achhe Din? From 38% we have connected every household in a village with a toilet, with electricity, with cooking gas. Every poor man will get a house. 50 crore people get free hospitalization. The fastest growing economy. You had the most corrupt government in history, and you've had an extremely honest government. This is certainly as good as it can be.
You know, you checkmated the UPA 1 and UPA 2 with your anti-corruption plank, and you delivered really as far as several of your promises are concerned. Most of the boxes in your manifesto can be tick-marked. But yet you seem to have changed the narrative this time around. You're speaking less about development, you're speaking less about what you've delivered to the common man.
I'll tell you, if you ask me in the term of priorities, we can interchange priorities depending on which state, etc. This election, on the face of it, also becomes like a mandate on Mr. Modi. It's like a presidential or a prime ministerial direct election. And nothing wrong in it, because if people have confidence in a leader, and then they compare others who relatively dwarf in comparison. This is an election about the developmental program of the government, the management of the economy and the country, and the anti-poverty measures which we have taken. This is an election, thirdly, we have demonstrated India can be have an honest government. And the fourth big issue is on national security. They called us right wing. But we are right on national security. And they are in the wrong. Whether it is the Maoist in JNU or in Chhattisgarh, or it is the terrorist in Kashmir, we will use every power available with the government to make sure that nobody ever succeeds in breaking India or creating a disruption here. And if I put these as the four big issues, then the fifth big issue is, what is the choice? What is the alternative? There is no coalition. The Mahagathbandhan has evaporated. On 50% of the seat, they are at each other's throat. And the other states, they have very little hope of winning too many seats. There is no clarity on leadership. All those fake press conferences and commonality of bites, we'll have a common minimum program. None of them is there. So a possible struggle for leadership, a khichdi as we've had 5 experiences of this. And lastly, people know they want a government for 5 years which will deliver, because this is their chance to cover up. We are on the cusp of history. Certainly not a government for 6 months.
You know, as the finance minister of this country, you've done several things. Is there some unfinished business that you'd like to see being addressed?
I think, you see, GST, IBC, putting the whole income tax faceless as far as these people are concerned. I think these are great things we've done. The Monetary Policy Committee we've constituted. The Aadhaar has been a great success. I have a feeling that there is a lot more to be done. And if I had more money, what are the 4 areas I'll spend it on? The first pie will go to national security. There are 7-8 lakh crores of equipment waiting to be bought. So you have to gradually put in about 1 lakh of crores extra every year, so that over 6-7 years you cover up the backlog. We've done very well as far as healthcare is concerned by coming out with Ayushman. I think education is the other sector which needs the resource. The fourth will go to infrastructure, further expedite. I think railways is a case which easily can be modernized. But our aviation is growing, our ports are growing. The two areas in infrastructure which needs to grow is our power is surplus, railways, and state transports in a terrible shape, public transport in the states. And the fourth area would be whatever we put into the villages, if you were able to put in something significantly more. So if I had more resources, these are the 4 priority sectors.
So would this be your economic policy blueprint if you come back to power?
Well, this is my idea. Ultimately, the government collectively has to look into it.
And, it's election season, so we have to talk about, the elections and what the people really want. The first phase is just almost upon us. It will happen in a few days from now. So what is it that the people really expect?
I think the people expect stability. The people want growth. They want their aspirations to be filled up. They want to be a part of that growth story. They want poverty to be alleviated, and they want a strong India and a secure India. And the last thing they want is a 6-month government where leaders squabble for the #1 slot with no program. We've had 5 experiences of that, and each of the 5 is a frightening scenario.
And in the days to come, Mr. Jaitley, what is the agenda and the focus of the BJP going to be, development or identity politics?
Well, I think this identity politics is a branding which people did. Where is the talk of identity politics today? You see, if you speak of the development, it's the most secular program in the world, because irrespective of religion or caste, you get it. If it's national security, irrespective of religion or caste, you get it. If it's a strong India, everybody benefits. So where is the question of... And if it is linked to national security, you can't call it identity politics.
And some more developments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kick-started his election campaign in Arunachal Pradesh on Saturday, saying his government has been trying to make the northeast region the growth engine of the new India. At his poll rally in Arunachal Pradesh's Alo town, the Prime Minister thanked the people of the state for voting the double-engine government of the BJP to power at the centre and the state. Attacking the Congress and the opposition in the state, he said, there are people who feel disheartened by India's success stories. The Prime Minister added that Arunachal got air connectivity after 7 decades of independence.
आपका साथ मिला, तभी हमारी सरकार अरुणाचल प्रदेश के करीब 50,000 परिवारों को पहली बार बिजली का कनेक्शन दे पाई। ये आपका साथ मिला, तभी तो हमारी सरकार अरुणाचल की 40,000 माताओं बहनों को मुफ्त में गैस का कनेक्शन दे पाई।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited Assam, addressing rallies in northern Assam's Gohpur and upper Assam's Moran. Both Gohpur and Moran fall under Tezpur and Dibrugarh parliamentary constituencies and are represented by the BJP. He said his government was committed to Assam Accord and will grant scheduled tribe status to 6 communities. The Assam Accord provides for deportation of illegal immigrants who entered Assam after March 1971, irrespective of their religion. He also blamed the previous Congress governments for the infiltration problem in Assam and the rest of the northeast.
साथियों, असम के विकास के साथ साथ यहां की पहचान, यहां की संस्कृति को सुरक्षित और संरक्षित करने के लिए हम पूरी तरह से प्रतिबद्ध हैं। जिस असम एकॉर्ड को कांग्रेस ने लटकाए रखा, उसको लागू करने का हम पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं। इसी तरह असम एकॉर्ड के अनुरूप ही हमारी सरकार 6 समुदायों अहोम, मोटक, मोरनन, सुतिया, कोज राजवंशी और टी ट्राइब को जनजाति का दर्जा देने पर भी गंभीरता से विचार कर रही है। इन 6 समुदायों को ट्राइब का दर्जा देते समय ये भी सुनिश्चित किया जाएगा कि असम की वर्तमान जनजातियों के हितों, उनके अधिकारों की पूरी तरह से रक्षा हो।
Meanwhile, the BJP President Amit Shah filed nomination papers from Gandhinagar Lok Sabha seat on Saturday. Shah was accompanied by Union Ministers Arun Jaitley and Rajnath Singh, Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray and Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani. And before filing the papers, Shah conducted a 4-kilometer roadshow and addressed a rally with the National Democratic Alliance leaders in Naranpura area of Ahmedabad. Shah, who is a Rajya Sabha MP, is contesting the Lok Sabha elections for the first time.
पांच साल के अंदर ही ये विश्वास क्यों बना है? 5 साल के अंदर ही गुजरात का एक मुख्यमंत्री, जो मुख्यमंत्री बनने के पहले गांव का प्रधान का चुनाव भी नहीं लड़ा था, वो आज पूरी देश की जनता का लाडला क्यों बना है? क्योंकि 70 साल तक देश की जनता जिस नेता की राह देख रही थी, वो नेतृत्व देश की जनता को श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी में दिखाई पड़ता है।
If elections are a celebration of the festival of democracy, campaigning, it would seem, is a booster shot for the business activity. Delhi's markets are bursting with election merchandise, from caps and cups to badges, t-shirts and watches. You can take your pick and flaunt your political choice. Shops in Delhi wearing the colours of elections. Old Delhi's Sadar Bazaar is awash with campaign accessories. The merchandise is diverse. Flags, badges, clothes, cups are all on sale. Wooing voters for parties from the BJP to the Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, SP, BSP, RJD, PDP and others.
ये शॉप है करीब 25 से 30 साल पुरानी है। यहाँ पर प्रोडक्ट जो है कांग्रेस, बीजेपी, बीएसपी, एसपी सबका सामान यहाँ पर मिलता है। जितने फ्लैग होते हैं, बैजेस होते हैं, जो कुछ होता है सब कुछ यहाँ पर मिलता है।
सदर बाज़ार के अंदर होलसेल मार्केट है और हम लोग सदर बाज़ार में ही रहते हैं। और जैसा कि आपको पता 2019 का इलेक्शन आ गया है लोकसभा का, तो हम लोग अपने कैंडिडेट के लिए, अपने प्रचार प्रसार के लिए कुछ आइटम्स देखने आते हैं। कुछ नई आइटम्स क्या आई है वो देखने आते हैं शॉप्स के ऊपर, या कुछ हमें कोई चीज़ का ज़्यादा डिमांड है कि कोई अच्छी चीज़ बनवाएं तो उसके लिए आते हैं। सैम्पलिंग देखने भी आते हैं और सैंपल देने भी आते हैं इनको, कि ताकि कोई नई चीज़ हम लोग ईजाद कर सकें इलेक्शन में।
Caps and cups, t-shirts costing between 35 rupees and 200. Fancy watches, mobile pop-ups, bed prints, saris, products of everyday use to keep people close to the party of their choice and their favorite leaders.
इस शॉप को 27 साल हो चुके हैं और यहाँ पे सभी प्रकार की प्रचार सामग्री मिलती है और कस्टमाइज ऑर्डर्स भी होते हैं नई पार्टीज़ के, या जो कैंडिडेट्स वगैरह अपना खुद लोगो या कुछ प्रिंट करवाना चाहते हैं, अपना मोटो या अपनी फेस प्रिंट कराना चाहते हैं, उनका भी हो जाता है। तो साउथ साइड से बहुत ऑर्डर्स चल रहे हैं, उनका इलेक्शन सबसे पहले है तो इस करके उनका इस वक्त ज़्यादा ऑर्डर्स हैं।
The products are coming from all parts of the country, from Gujarat, Kolkata, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and even Bihar.
Ahead of the Lok Sabha elections 2019, election campaign accessories such as flags, badges, props of various political parties are on sale at shops in Sadar Bazaar. From Delhi, along with camera person DK Pandey, Astha Kulshresht for Rajya Sabha TV.